Alright, so here's the second attempt, or second match rather, for today. Dijin, I believe that's how you say that one. And this one is, hopefully I'll be able to do the same thing with Rune as I did in the last one, but I don't think I'll be able to go. Well, I mean, I wasn't able to go on turn 1 there. We had to wait until turn 3. Rune has Miracle, so that's the reason that he has to be here. I mean, I could probably give Yunaka Miracle as well. That's something that I've been contemplating, but I just don't want to. I feel like I should build just a whole separate team that doesn't have Yunaka for that extra team that I have. I have an extra team slot that's available that I can use, and I should probably drop Yunaka off that team. She's on every team. Because of the range and also disarm trap. I'm finding it very difficult these days, as I've mentioned before, to get in and get out without, you know,
what now?
traps. Finding the correct spot to initiate from. It's been a hassle trying to figure it out. So I don't know. I'll leave it as is for now until I'm pretty sure we're gonna get something pretty great soon that will help us out. There's a trailer tonight, Sunday. So yeah, there's gonna be a trailer, and let's see what's on that. Although I'm not too optimistic, hoping that it's something from Binding Blade, because my god, that Neathhogger limited hero battles was pretty annoying. Pretty annoying to deal with. Eventually I beat it with Igraine, Harmonic Igraine. I had invested quite a bit of stuff. I gave her Speed Taker and Brigid's Tempo Echo, so she's actually Igraine, very, very powerful. I've been trying to get her to use Deadeye, but we're in a special meta. We're in a meta where specials just don't hit as hard, and I ended up having to swap to the AoE to actually take out Neathhogger. So yeah, that was what I did. AoEs plus desperation, because getting hit from Neathhogger just was not going to work out. And it's actually convenient. Catria plus Catria and Igraine from that game, from Binding, or they have that in common, that they both give out the desperation status. And then I had Nagi to get the penalty neutralization and some extra stats. So it really all just came together pretty well, because I kept getting hit with Discord, and that was just so annoying. So Nagi's penalty neutralization was actually really helpful. It was either that or put Harsh Command on someone, but that would have been too difficult because I really needed those positional skills just to get around the map. The most annoying thing was getting flashed. If I had some type of unit that could run no counter, no C disrupt, I was thinking of giving Fur, Ascended Fur, no C Echo, just so that I could use her there, but I ended up not doing it because she's +5, the one that I have, but she'd really need a complete kit overhaul as well as Dragon Flowers to actually function in the Abyss, in the Infernal. So I ended up not doing it, and I just decided to go with Faye instead, who was a big help with that Miracle damage reflection. She took out everything else, not the Neathhogger, not Larather, but everything else. So it was really good to have Legendary Chicken around that, which is surprising because she's so much better than when she was initially released. It's really the reflective damage on top of the Miracle. The reflect damage is really what has I think she'll age very well with that, and I feel like if you don't not investing into her in terms of, basically I'm saying find a way to get her to take more damage so that she can reflect more damage. So that's my plan. I'm probably not going to give her like Dragon Flowers and stuff. Or maybe I should. I don't know.
We'll see it through.
Yeah. But for now, she really helped me out on that Abyssal. Yeah, really difficult here playing around Camilla's range. Like, look at how much this reminds me of Summoner Duels, because this is basically what you have in Summoner Duels as well. There's literally no space to do anything. Covers too much of the map, man. I could try to tank her. Well, I mean, if I had a team that could tank her, I probably would do that, but she just covers way too much of the map, and it's kind of annoying. How do they expect us, or how did they expect us to play around this? Like, honestly, if it's not to tank her, then what are we supposed to do? Hardy bearing, they have to release a unit that has some type of, oh, you know, I can see them leaning into the Lucia effect more, given the situation, because Lucia has Hardy bearing in her weapon, in her Queen's Blade is Hardy bearing, no counter disrupt. The only thing it doesn't have is distant counter, but she doesn't need that for melee matchups. So Lucia herself is actually a pretty decent counter to this Camilla, because it's just, she dies in one hit. No, yeah, she dies in one hit. So the idea is there. So I'm pretty sure we'll probably get a unit at some point that has the Lucia effect, and it's a little bit more updated. Well, I mean, there is a updated, but the blue one has a terrible matchup because of color disadvantage. We would need something either blue, we will need something either green or red. Really, otherwise they're just gonna die in one hit. But this is really giving me, like, we're definitely getting a unit that has Hardy bearing or Hardy bearing Echo. Yeah, think about that. That might be a thing at some point, and I actually don't mind that idea, if I'm being completely honest, because looking at the units that could potentially run it, you're looking at armors, not that many, because a ton of them have perf skills, and it would also, yeah, I really think you couldn't even run it on Rhea. I definitely think that's a really good I don't know who they would put that on though. Is it like a frontliner or a save? But I can see that being a thing, and I feel like it's a good option, because where we are right now, it is really needed, especially with this Camilla. It's needed, man. It's so annoying to deal with her. I did go back into SD and play a couple of extra matches, and I kind of gave up, man. It was a pain. Definitely going to be high threat range teams, no low blocks, unless you're just going to ban Camilla and Erica teams, but then I'm pretty sure there's a way to sneak one of those two through, and then it's going to be a pain to deal with it, because Larather is going to be there. So unless you're planning on just playing Larather for all of the matches, then, you know, have at it. But yeah, I don't know. It's not fun. It's not fun because we don't currently have the tools in the game to effectively not even counter, just survive against Camilla and Erica together. It's just not in the game, man, and it's a pain to deal with. But yeah, I feel like we're just about ready to start attacking. Baby Duo Robin here is saving my butt. I actually considered plus stunning them because they've just been so good, and they've ushered in a whole new age of mobility, and we've just been going down that road ever since. Looking at the new Leo, who is nowhere as good as this Baby Duo Robin, in my opinion. But the Detect is very helpful. I don't know if there's a way I can fit that into one of my teams, but it's real nice to have. But yeah, this Baby Duo Robin is going to still age. I think the only thing is that their damage is going to fall off, but the extra action is still very fantastic to have. Don't running out of game modes to actually use them in, because they just don't hit as hard as they used to, which is fine, but I mean, yeah. I was considering plus stunning them, but I ended up not doing it. I forgot to break the dual hindrance, which is why you see me making these unnecessary plays. I should have broken the dual hindrance on turn 2, but then I guess I probably would have gotten stuck up there as well, so probably for the best that I didn't do that. But yeah, that should have been... well, actually, if I had opened up that side, Sigurd would have been able to come down and hit someone, so it's probably for the best. Alright, let's get going here. Pop the dual skill, and then we're gonna see what Rune can do. Should be able to take out Neathauger here. He was able to do it before in the previous match, so should be able to do it here as well. And then from there, I don't know, man. One by one, we'll figure out who. I think the worst case, we're probably gonna. Ooh, yeah, that's not great. I think I was gonna say that we might leave Yoon rather. Yoon Rune. Oh, cool guy. Didn't even notice. We might leave Yoon alive since she's not like doing the greatest at this or doing the most at this stage in the game. And she doesn't have. There's no Celica ring here, which is great for me, or Len ring for that matter. Simpler times in the game. Not that much to worry about, but you know, just whether you can take out the unit or not. But man, everything's so complex these days.
Leave it to us.
Yeah. Ooh. Interesting. Not dead.
Right.
Why? Well, he has neutralized his. Baby Robin has, or they have neutralized their penalties because of the swaps and everything. So it's just status buffs plus rune and everything. Right. So it makes sense that they're surviving. I really don't know what to do with SDS because I feel like it's just range, and if you don't have range threats that can cancel away, then you're not going to be in the best spot. Maybe Cavline. This feels like a really good map for a Cavline. But anyways, this really needs to be Yoon that does it. I gotta figure out a way to get Yoon to do it. It's the debuffs that are hurting him. And I guess the miracle as well, but really Yoon is gonna be the one to have to do this. So, I don't know. Yeah. It's a wasted action if I take her out with Baby Robin. Yeah,
leave it to us.
Because I could just move Yoon out of the Rune out of the way, but that doesn't feel like the right play.
Right.
I do have a couple of ways to get some extra attack in here.
I will try.
So let's try that before I give up on the Rune thing. Let's see what Ash can do with her drives here within 3 spaces, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, let's try that, and then you know.
Lord Asker, guide us.
Might be Baby Robin that has. Ooh, there we go. Fantastic. All right, just enough. Just crazy that we need so much help for a unit that hits as hard as, but then again, debuffs are a thing. So let's go. Let's get started here. We're gonna start the blow ups, and then we're gonna get out of here. This one should be GG's as long as I don't make any mistakes. Although I also don't remember if that trap is real or not, the hex trap, but we'll figure that out once we get to it. Sucks that I had to waste Micaiah's action, but it is what it is. Just to get into position. Naga is bonus next week, and I don't plan on using her for Anima season. It's Naga plus Golveg, Mythic Golveg, and neither of them are going to be very good, so probably, I don't know. Well, again, let's see what comes out on the banner tonight, on the trailer tonight, and then, take it from there. Hopefully some aided hero or rearmed, attuned, I don't know, give us something good, man, because I need some help. Definitely need some help. Someone to help out. Even though it feels like the right time to drop a mid banner, like a banner that just isn't great, but I'd really appreciate it if we got someone that could actually do some good. My inkling, I think I was hinting before, I feel like it's going to be buying Roy's game, because again, man, Roy's game is just so devoid of any good units, like frontliners. I really thought it was going to be Emblem Roy, but we got Erica instead. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be someone from Roy's game because it's been a while. I mean, we did get Lilina, but that was like, it's been a while. If not that, then Thracia, even though who they really put out, But hopefully it's Roy's game. If not, maybe it could be Seliph. Oh, well. Yeah, it could be Seliph to some degree. I could see that. That could make sense because he does have the built-in miracle, so it would tie into where we are in the game. And if he's fast enough, he wouldn't get quadded by Camilla. Well, not, the potent hit. Is it 4? I think it's 3. Yeah. So if he's fast enough, he would be able to survive against Camilla with the miracle effect, so that could make sense. But let's see. I feel like that would actually be a really smart play. So hopefully IS doesn't drop the ball there. But then also Bridget just got an ult, so I don't. It might not happen unless it's Thracia. But let's a duo unit or something. With Seliph. Duo Seliph. Duo. Does he have a duo? I don't think so. It would make sense. I would. Well, also it can't be a duo because it's regular new heroes banners. They don't have duos on those. Okay, all right, never mind. Let's see what happens. Whatever it is, hopefully it's something good. Let's leave it at that.
We mustn't get lost.
Yeah, we can get Rhea, which is beneficial. At some point I'll do that, but I think the right play here is to take out Sigurd and then to use the Canto to test the trap. And then, yeah, like I said, leave Yoon for last. Is there anything I'm forgetting? I don't know. Any more animes? I wonder if there's any more animes that I'm forgetting. What else did I watch? What else? Nothing else really sticks out to me. Like I said, I'm really just... Oh, Anime of the Year awards. I feel like that's going to go to Freerun. They didn't win it last year, I don't believe. Either Freerun or Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling, recency bias, so they might get... is it the recency effect, rather? You remember the thing that's most recent. I think they might pull it off with Solo Leveling just because of that. But then also, for a story, Freerun was actually a fantastic story. I'm kind of worried for what the rest of Freerun is going to be like because our expectations are so high for that series, and I feel like the culmination of that work. I haven't read the manga or anything, but if it's bad, then it's just going to be a negative stain on what we have highly thought of, and then we're going to get a situation where Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, or whichever one came second, is going to end up being the number one anime again on my anime list. But hopefully Freerun doesn't drop the ball. It's going to be largely down to what the rest of the story is. I haven't read ahead to know what was on there, but let's see. It was interesting to hear some people saying that they didn't really connect with Freerun, which is, I guess, if fantasy isn't really your type of vibe, I guess I can see it, but I still think that it deserves Anime of the Year. Looking at the competition, we got some Apothecary Diaries in there as well, but I gotta lean to Freerun, man. It was just so good. Season two of Apothecary Diaries looks like it's been, although I don't hear a ton of hype around it, so maybe it's not that great, but it looks like it's going on pretty well. The downside is that once the will they, won't they aspect of the story is resolved, there's really not much further that you can go with that particular storyline, and it's gonna have to be, well, I haven't watched it, so this is me just talking, but this is inevitable. Once the couple gets together, you lose a big part of the suspense for the storytelling, so it's kind of hard to keep the story going afterwards. This is why a lot of the
Leave it to us.
new romance mangas series kind of feel flat these days because it's really built, a lot of them are built around will they, won't they, and you have to have more to the story than that for it to last long term. Clanad had way more to the story than just the will they, won't they. So that's recent. Can't think of anything that really comes close to what Clanad has to offer or had to offer, and that came out years ago. GG's. See you on the next one.